RusAme reader, Song, and today I will be reading to you from One Way Out by Alien Limeade. Now, before we get into this chapter, I recognize how this chapter looks. It is kind of gory. So, I'm warning for those of you who want to leave for blood and violence, please do so. That's what's going to happen in this chapter. The author didn't do a warning for it, but I will because I'm someone who read the Countrycats books as a kid and it scarred me. That being said, let's get into the chapter. Chapter 19, The Bloodbath with Fireflies. China's point of view. After 30 minutes of waiting, it's time. I'm ready. I open my eyes and see everyone asleep. Ukraine is snoring lightly, so he's out for sure. I stand up slowly and look straight at him. There he is. The only cat I need. I step closer and see a tail flick, except it isn't America's. It's Russia's. He's really close to him. How do I get him out of here? I walk towards America's face and crouch down next to his resting body. "Amay!" I whisper to him. No response. I lightly shake his shoulder in hopes only he wakes up. "Amay, wake up!" I say once more. Finally, I see his eyes begin to open slowly. What? He says softly. "It's me, China. Come on, we've got to go," I reply. "What? Where? Are we leaving already?" He says quietly with a sleepy tone. "No, but there's something I want to show you." He slowly gets up, and I stand up. "Please don't wake Russia up, America." Once he gets up, he slowly walks towards me. I bite his glasses, and he fell down with them on his head. "Hopefully, you can see now," I whisper jokingly. He looks up at me, and then back down. He still has the same facial expression. The one he gave me earlier. That sad one. I move my body close to his side. "What do you want to show me?" he whispers. He rubs his eye with one paw. "Come, follow me," I say and leap off into the distance, passing by Ukraine and Belarus. We run across the small stream, making a few splashes. I look back to see that America is still with me. I feel bad I have to do this to him, but it's the only way. "Are we almost there?" he asks. I guess he's not tired anymore. He just seems a bit annoyed. I can't really blame him, though. I'd be upset, too. "Yeah, just up this small hill and over." I leap onto the top, and he follows behind. He looks at me confused. "Well, what are you looking at me for?" I say and turn my head forward, causing him to as well. "Wait. Are those fireflies?" he asks me and moves a bit forward. I smile and look back at him. "Yeah, you always said how you wanted to see them when we were younger. I could never really find any uphill, but when coming down here, I noticed some." I walked back closer to him and watched as he ran down into the patch. "Wow, this is incredible," he said loudly. I made my way down and noticed how some fireflies had already landed onto me. He had 2 of them sitting on his glasses. "Thank you for this, China," he said quietly to me and walked around some more in awe of all of them. After a bit of walking, I sat down and was surprised to see America sit next to me. "I can't believe you even remembered me talking about these. I never talked about them a lot." I chuckled in response. "I'm glad you like it." He looked into the sky and watched as the fireflies mixed with the moonshine. I stared at him and lowered my head to groom his neck. He smiled and looked to the side. I wish this could last forever. I'll be right back. You stay here, okay? I told him and stood up. Where are you going? To get something for you. Oh, okay, he replied and continued to look around. I leaped back over the hill and ran back into the patch full of trees. Perfect. Now that America is distracted, there's less cats near Russia. I'm not sure what to do with the siblings, though. I don't have much time either. Maybe I can tell them I saw other cats up ahead, and we should get moving, just in case something could happen. I didn't have much time to make a full thought-out plan. Oh well, at least I remembered seeing those fireflies. Where is he? Said a loud and clear voice. I'm so confused. Who the hell is out here now? Wow, maybe I was right, and there actually is someone. The figure stepped out of the shadows in the trees. It was none other than Russia. Ah, well, this is perfect. Just lovely. Russia's point of view. Where is he? I said in a strong tone, facing China. He's just standing there, staring at me like a fool. Where is he? I yelled. Answer me, goddammit! Amazed with me. Why, do you have a problem with that? He replied and smiled. Fuck you. Yeah, no shit I have a problem with it. You just sneak away with him and think that's okay? What did you think? I wouldn't notice? You gave me no fucking reason to trust you with anyone or anything, not anymore. I watched as he walked closer to face me evenly. I can do whatever I want. You act like whatever you say goes. I'm not sure why you're even with America. You don't even treat a cat fucking decently. That's why you always hung out with me, because everyone hated you and didn't want to be around you. Heck, even sometimes I didn't, but at least I was trying to be a good friend. Once he's been around you long enough, he'll know he's made a mistake like every other fucking cat who's ever been in your life. China yelled at my face. No one's point of view. You don't even know the half of what I've been through. You hold me to one mistake I made with you. I tried to fix everything, but you can't even fucking man up and let it go. Russia said with an angry tone. China's anger filled his body, rage that couldn't be held back anymore. He let his claws protract from his toes before swiping them across the left side of Russia's face. Nah, what the hell, man? Russia yelled back in anger. We're not friends, and it looks like we never were, China says loudly before lunging his body at Russia. China's claws grasped onto his chest as they both fell to the ground. Russia swiftly pushed China out of the way with one paw and quickly got on his feet. China jumped at Russia's side, slamming him into a tree. From Russia's view on the ground, all he could see was China's legs and his paws. He bit his left leg and sunk his teeth in deeply. He hit him in the face with the other paw in response. When Russia's grip got loose, blood quickly gushed from the bite on China's leg. Russia got up and leaped forward a bit into a body slam, China out of the way and to the left. He jumped up on top of him, causing China to grasp his claws onto Russia's side and cut him deeply. Russia yowled in pain as he felt the cuts become longer and deeper. China quickly turned his body and ran out from underneath him. He ran deeper into the woods, with Russia following right behind. Russia leaped once more onto China's back and sank his teeth into a scruff of his neck. China quickly lost balance, causing them both to slide down the small flowing stream. Quickly, China got up and looked to his right and saw a huge rock. He grabbed Russia by the side of his neck and sunk his teeth in, causing blood to flow from it. He slammed his head against the rock, causing his hat to fall off to the side. He banged his head against the rock multiple times, making Russia almost lose consciousness. Russia looked to the side. A blurry figure bit China from the left side of his neck and threw him to the ground. He shook his head and slowly moved off the rock to stand. He saw America biting China's jaw and blood flowing from his mouth. "Amay!" Russia shouted and ran towards him. America looked back with his mouth still locked on China's lower jaw, giving China the chance to push him away. America fell to the ground and was greeted with a lash of his claws hitting his lower back. Russia quickly became filled with even more anger and bit China under his left front leg and sank his claws into his stomach and back. He threw China away from them, causing him to slide, moving the gravel. Russia quickly ran to America and helped him back up. They both looked back at China, and before Russia could say anything, America was already running towards him. China unleashed his claws once more and hissed at America, who finally had lunged his body at him. America tried to grasp his claws onto a body, but there was nothing. He opened his eyes and realized China wasn't there. He was just laying there in the dirt. America got up and looked back and saw Russia just staring at him. "Where did he go?" America yelled, full of confusion. Before America could hear an answer from Russia, a large yowling and grunting came from the stream close by. America ran to Russia, and they quickly made it to the stream. When they leapt in, they continued to follow the noises. They saw a cat in the shaded part of the stream, finding China, who was in the moonlight. "Don't move," Russia whispered, and together they stood back in the shaded trees. America was confused and wanted to go out and help until he turned his head to the two cats again. The one was choking China with the little flowing water by shoving his face in it with their paw. They watched as their once beloved friend slowly started to fade. His energy began to wind down with the more water he inhaled. The cat didn't speak. Instead, they just stared at him suffering. America and Russia watched until he moved no more, and his body was limp. America moved back after seeing this, but Russia kept his eyes on the cat in the shadows. They were only able to see the color of the cat's paws, which were red and blue. The cat started to cough. A slight liquid came out of their chest. They assumed it was blood. America walked out of the shadows and closer to the cat. Russia looked unsure of what to do and stayed still. The sounds of water moving from America's paws caused the other cat to turn their head. The cat walked out of the shaded area and into the lighted stream. America froze at the sight of seeing their face. "Mom?" he cried to her. I was all she said before slowly falling into the stream, lying opposite sides from China. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.